What's up guys? So today I want to talk about something I've casually mentioned in a couple of my older videos, and I stumbled across this after reading a lot of the top personal finance books out there, or those, get rich books. And a lot of them aren't get rich quick books, because I don't think those types of books where you get rich quick are actually legit. They're usually scams. Most of the time getting rich doesn't happen instantly. However, there's definitely a lot of successful people who have written pretty good books on getting rich, and there's definitely a difference in mentality and thinking. And so I just want to express some of the knowledge I've learned in these books, and this video is on one single concept that I think is one of the most important, and that is retirement. And if you are young, you are way ahead of the game. Like, you are so lucky to be youthful right now for many reasons, not even financially related. Like, if you're young, like, that is something to be coveted, because like, once you're old, you can't do a lot of stuff and your bones ache and stuff, so forth. But in terms of finance, being young means that you have a lot of years. Now, what does this actually mean though? It means that you have more time every year to save up your money. Now, why do you have to save up your money? Because at a certain age, you will have to retire. And once you retire, you won't be generating any money, but you will still have to pay for your expenses. And a lot of old people have gotten used to a certain quality of life, which costs quite a deal. This includes internet, water, gas, electricity, cable, your house, your mortgage or rent if you have one, blah, 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 blah. And once you pile this up, it can be like $2,000 to $20,000 to $50,000 per month. Hopefully nowhere close to $50,000. And so you can imagine every year once you're retired, you will be eating up a lot of this money. And that money has to come from somewhere, because you no longer have a job, and therefore it has to come from your savings. And if you do the math, you can do the math yourself. In fact, you can be very conservative. Just because you're very conservative, even though that's not really true, you will still spend a lot of money every year. Let's say you pretend that you're only going to eat PB&J sandwiches and you won't need cable or internet. You're still going to be consuming quite a lot of money every year. Like, if you work out the math, it's probably like, if you're really good, maybe $50,000 per year. And here's the thing though, after you retire, you're going to have to live off that money for however long you're going to live after you retire. So if you think you're going to live for 20 years until you're dead after you retire, then you're going to have to pay quite a deal. Plus life insurance, if you're scared you're going to die early and you want to protect your children or whatever, you have to pay for that. And so if you do out the math, 50,000 times 20 years, that's a lot of money. Like, that's a whole lot of money. That's like $1 million that you're gonna have to set out for retirement. Like, it's ridiculous. And here's the thing though, you can start saving now if you're young. If you're middle-aged, not all hope is lost. If this is the first time for most of you to realize this, not all hope is lost. The fact that you realize this right now means that you can still go out there and you can still get some sort of advantage, rather than those of you who didn't watch this video. And so I recommend saving up and reading a lot, because I can give all this advice, but I'm just this dude, and all my advice is coming from the books I have read. And rather than me just spouting out advice constantly, this video is just going to be on that one concept, and on the concept of not being tricked into all the sort of scams out there to save your money, because that's the next thing I'm scared you guys are going to do. You're going to realize this and you're going to be like, holy crap, I need to save up $1 million for retirement. I got to start now. Then you go off to some like financial advisor who's pretty much, in my opinion, most of them are just people who want to take your money, and they're like, oh, we got this great mutual fund for you. And long story short, it sucks up over time 70% of your savings. Why? Because at a 2% expense per year, if you compound that out, that sucks up a majority of your income that you deposit into your savings every year. So basically, they're like touting this thing, oh yeah, it's great, you're so smart.